Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach, the only podcast where you get answers to all your guitar-related questions. If you're interested in developing your guitar skills and reaching your music goals, please send me an email at the email address ioannis@ioannis.org. That is ioannis@ioannis.org, so that I can let you know about all the different packages of elite guitar coaching and how you can get private coaching by me. Without further ado, let's go to our question for the day. I saw a scalloped neck and it piqued my interest. In what kind of music is it used? So here's a good question, and we're talking about scalloped guitar necks, and we'll explain in a while what it is. And the question is, what kinds of music do you use it for? And the answer is very simple. You can use it for any kind of music. So the originality, let's say, the usage, the uniqueness of scalloped neck does not have to do with a specific kind of music, but it has to do with how it makes you feel when you're playing the instrument. So let me explain. So here I have a custom-made electric guitar with a scalloped neck. If you have a look, you can see that the frets are scooped over here. Okay? And this is what scalloping means. Basically, it comes from an old way of that the luthiers used like several hundred years ago on different instruments like the lute, and they didn't use frets at the time. They were just scooping out the wood. Now there are some good things about it, and the most important thing that is good is that when you're playing an electric guitar with a scalloped neck, you have much more control over the string. So what do I mean more control? Well, since there is no wood under your fingers, you're basically pressing the string and there is only like air beneath your finger. So that means you don't use extra force that just goes to waste by pressing into the wood. Also, this way you can control how much you bend and create little micro bends. So it makes for a very expressive kind of playing if you use it properly. Now, beginners who will not use it properly will end up pressing too hard on the guitar, and they will sound out of tune. And actually, several times, even with like intermediate and advanced players, the first time they use a guitar that has a scalloped neck, they will be very confused because they sound out of tune. What this really means is that all along, all the time they've been playing, is they've been using too much strength, too much brute force to press down on the string, and lots of that goes to waste. But with the guitar that has a scalloped neck, you cannot do that, because if you do that, you will bend the string and you will sound out of tune. So this guitar is a guitar I had made specifically for my students, and I use it when I have my one-on-one sessions, and I do this on purpose so that I can pinpoint, I can hear if the student is pressing too hard on the strings, because if you press too hard, it's gonna just sound out of tune. So that's actually a very good idea. So if you're a beginner and you learn playing on a guitar like this with a good scallop neck, it can really help you create a good touch with the instrument, because you're not gonna be pushing it too hard. By learning not to push too hard when you're fretting a note, you avoid all kinds of trouble later on, especially hand injuries. Now, a really advanced guitar player with a good economical way of playing, where he doesn't waste too much energy, he can just pick up a guitar with a scallop neck and it's gonna make no difference to him. He's just gonna have a lot of fun because he can bend the string in different ways. But, and I would totally suggest to just about everybody who plays the guitar to go and try out a scalloped neck. Not to see if you like it or not, but to notice that if you sound out of tune, that means you're using too much strength when you're playing. So personally, do I like to use them? Yes, I prefer to use necks that have scalloped the higher part of the neck, like from 12th fret or from the 10th fret, because I found that those are the best places where you can get creative with it. But and also it helps a lot that I really feel that I'm not wasting any energy pressing down on wood. Now, to tell you the truth, only a couple of my guitars have scalloped frets, but I have nothing against them. I enjoy playing them, and I think there's definitely, as I said, a very good idea to try out one of those. Obviously, the most famous person that plays a totally scalloped neck and has been doing that for many years is Yngwie Malmsteen, and he has a very expressive playing, and he uses the scalloped neck to its best advantage. Other players like that would be Ritchie Blackmore. He also used that, but even before Yngwie Malmsteen, and also on acoustic guitar and other instruments, John McLaughlin. So there you have it, scalloped necks. Why they exist, what you can do with them, what kind of music, and how you can use them to your advantage by trying them out and seeing if your technique is on point. So I hope this was a helpful video, and I will see you next time at the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Until then, keep those questions coming and make sure you keep shredding. Bye bye.